Hello, my name is Cindy Bennett. Thank you so much for coming to this video. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm diving into a topic that's been a big part of my life, and that is homeschooling. I'll be sharing why I ultimately decided to quit. Let's get into it. So my name is Cindy Bennett, and thank you so much for coming to this channel. This channel is directed to teachers or lots of things about education. And my situation might be a little different in the sense that I have 13 children. And when I first decided to homeschool, I had 7. So my 7th child was the baby at that time. And we had decided to homeschool, and we had moved to a new area, and I was okay with it because I had read a lot of books about homeschooling and education, and I had met a lot of amazing people that were homeschoolers, and I was really ready to have a great time with my children. I just want to tell you that for me, homeschooling was great. I loved the flexibility and the ability to tailor my education to the interests of myself and of my children. My older kids played the violin, and we did lots of music. They did music lessons every week. We did recitals, and we went to nursing homes with their violins. And other activities that we did, we would go on hikes almost every day sometimes, especially in the fall. We would meet up with friends. One of my favorite activities that we did was going to Williamsburg. We packed up all the kids and we went to Williamsburg with some other big families. It was called Mothers of Many Young Siblings, a group that I found on the internet. And we all got together. We went to Williamsburg for a trip. And before we went, the girls got sewing machines and they took them to my mom's house, which is about 10 minutes away, and they created beautiful colonial outfits. So they wore those in Williamsburg along with the boys who wore knickers and patriot hats. It was a lot of fun. So we did a lot of things homeschooling. We went to libraries all around our area. We joined different libraries other than the one we live in, other than the one that is in our own town. There's one library not too far from us that had lots of classic videos, so we would go up there and we would rent videos from that library. We read lots and lots of books. I did lots of read alouds to the kids, and they read books on their own. But, homeschooling wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. So here's some of the challenges that we faced. First of all, when I decided to quit homeschooling, I had graduated 6 from the homeschool curriculum. And one of my kids in there, he did end up going to a Christian school on his own as I homeschooled the rest of the kids. But the main group that I had at home was still homeschooling. But the other ones had graduated, and I really missed them. I was really kind of surprised at how hard it was to have the older kids move on. They helped a lot with activities, they helped with chores, and they were just generally part of the whole experience. I felt like the younger kids missed them too, and we were all missing them, but realized they had to get out and pursue their own dreams. So that was one thing. And then I really did get a sense of burnout. As time went on, the pressure to create engaging lessons became overwhelming. We tried many curriculums. We tried the curriculum in a box. We did a satellite school where you put a satellite on top of your roof, and then that was before the internet was as popular as it is now, but they would stream the lessons into your home by VCR, and I would record the ones that I needed to record, and then some of the classes were live classes. We tried co-ops. We tried getting together with friends. We had a neighbor that did a couple classes with my middle children, and it just seemed like it was a lot. We tried it all, and some people might say there are limited resources for homeschoolers, but actually, in my opinion, there are too many There's so many resources that you get overwhelmed with all of the things that are possible. The access to resources is everywhere. It's hard to do it all, and then you also have to, like, if they want to do something different than you would do at home, you have to drive them to the activities. So I would drive them to sports activities, music lessons. We would go on field trips. We'd go visit friends. Um, we just had so many things to do. It just seemed like it was so many things to do, and it was exhausting that I was the only one kind of managing everything. And also, sometimes I really wanted some expert guidance, like maybe somebody to say, hey, try it this way. One of my students had a hard time with reading, and I really needed some outside help for that. So I felt myself kind of losing my grip a little bit. And so I was sort of thinking, what else could we do? What would be another option? So these three things were part of my decision to quit. Number one, after a lot of reflection, I decided to make a change. And here's why I chose to quit. First of all, I needed structure. I was having a hard time getting kids out of bed and to the living room at a specific time. And I felt like this was really important as, they go out and get a job or something. They're going to have to know how to be there at a certain time and how to follow a schedule and all of those things. And I felt like my structure was kind of dwindling. Even though I knew what I wanted, I wasn't able to bring it together in my home. Also, we kind of had a desire for new friends, and the older kids were gone, and we just kind of wanted socialization. One of the things I think about for homeschooling is that we did our schoolwork and we enjoyed doing it when we were doing a good job, but then when we would visit people, we would just visit people. And one of the things I felt like with school would be you could be with kids and then also have like a working relationship. So I kind of wanted my kids to not just socialize and be with other kids, but to work together with other kids. Even though other kids are there, you're not just going to talk and chatter, but you're going to accomplish a goal. We were also seeking new opportunities. I wanted to explore options and feel like, what could I do to help prepare my kids better for the future? Even though quitting homeschooling was a tough decision, I learned a lot about myself along the way. And first of all, I learned adaptability. Life doesn't always go as you planned. You might have an idea of how you want things to go, and then something comes up and you think something completely outside the box, and that's okay. Life is full of twists and turns, and we have to be adaptable to those. I also learned about self awareness. I discovered that learning environments work best for me. One thing I was afraid of was losing my homeschool friends' support and their friendship. But that didn't actually happen, as many of them also chose other ways of education along their journeys. So instead of losing support for my homeschool friends, I was able to keep that friendship and keep their support. And I was able to also make new friends and find new support. And I found ways that were more comfortable for me as a person and also for my children. And I also value the community. Just like homeschoolers had a tight knit community, there's also a great connection with other people in a traditional school setting. I loved connecting with others and working together with other teachers to help my children thrive academically. We also loved getting involved in team sports, and we got to play other Christian schools, and we made many new friends along the way. So that's my story. If you're considering homeschooling or you are currently doing it. I hope my experience sheds some light on your journey. Don't be afraid to find the learning situation that is best for your student. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.